All right, good morning, everybody. We're going to start with our toe lift. We have our Tabatas today, 6 circuits, 20 seconds work, 10 seconds rest, and we're going to do 4 rounds of everything. Good, heels up, right and left. So today we have a lot of unilateral work. It just means we're doing a lot of single-sided work. Good, 4, 3. We're gonna march, so standing nice and tall, just bring those hips up. Try to get those thighs close to parallel to the floor. And we're gonna think about pushing the floor away with the opposite leg. 4, 3, hamstring curls right here. A little bit wider stance. Scrape the mud off the bottom of your shoe. Kick yourself in the backside. 4, 3, 2, we're going to bring it back up in front. We're going to start to add a little bicep curl. This is actually one of our moves today, is we're just going to do a march with a curl, but again, it's going to be single-sided. 4, 3, hamstring curls, tricep press it back. Reach and reach. 4, 3, 2, all right, slow deadlift right in the center. Feet hip width apart, hinge forwards, stand up tall. Back, 2, lift, 2. So we hinge and stand, hinge and stand. We've got that little bit of a tuck, so we pulled our ribs a little bit closer to our hips. Just trying to make that space a little bit smaller. Push the hips back, then stand. All the way up, slow squat. So now the chest stays a little bit more lifted. We bend our knees a little bit more. Good, down, 2, lift, 2. Good, 4 more, down, lift. 2 more. Last one. All the way up in the center, arms open and close right in the middle. Start to wake up the chest, a little bit of the back. It's a nice good stretch. 4, 3, 2. All right, arm circles, right, and left. So just up and back today. It's okay if your circle is a little bit more out to the side. 2. All right, forward step and reach. Right here, forward step. Pull it back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. It's just a good step forward. Feet stay hip width apart. 3, 2. Let's open our book. Take it forward. Open, close, step it back. We have 8. This is your opportunity to go a little bit deeper into your lunge. And we're also holding our balance. Good, forward, open. This is kind of your balance challenge for the warm-up. 2 more. 1 more. Side lunge, step it out, hold it in place. Little inner outer thigh. If you'd like to add a reach and a reach, you can. 4, 3, 2. All right, in the center, cat-cow, inhale. Exhale. Good, in and out. We're trying to go to the extremes. A little bit bigger arch, a little bit bigger round. So when we start to brace our core later, we'll be somewhere in the middle. Good, couple more, in and out. Last one. All right, let's roll it all the way up to standing. A little bit of a shoulder roll right here. All right, in the center, cross your arms across your chest, turn to the right, circle it around over to the left, bring it back into the middle, and then switch directions. We want to keep your legs straight, and we're hinging at the hips, not at the belly button. So if you're very tight, your circle might be very small, and that's okay. But we got 2 more, so turn, little hamstring stretch here. Good, 1 more time, little turn, circle it around. Let's bring it up. We're gonna go into our plank, so modify as needed. We're just going to hinge it forward. We're just going to step it back into a plank. So we're just going to hold that plank. You can go to your knees for a knee plank if you need to, but I want you to try this toe plank. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's walk it all the way back up to standing. Bring it back into the center. Time for our heel stomps. Good. 8, 7. Here's 4, 3. March it out, shake it out, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Grab a quick drink of water. So we have our 20 seconds work, 10 seconds rest. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna do exercise 1 on the right, exercise 1 on the left, then switch to the next exercise, right side, left side, and then we will repeat that for a second round. So our first exercise is with the dumbbell if you can. Right side, we're gonna step it out, and then we're going to zipper our legs together in the middle. We're gonna step it out, we're gonna zipper the legs together. Second exercise, the leg that goes out and in. We're gonna do a march, and we're gonna do an opposite arm bicep curl. Opposite arm bicep curl. So a little bit of core work here. So grab a dumbbell or two. I'm just gonna grab one. I'm gonna hold it at my chest today. Step out squat, right side in 3, 2, and 1. So we're nice and tall. We're just gonna step it out, squat, zipper the legs together. Step out, zipper the legs together. I want you to really think, trying to touch heel all the way up to your inner thighs. So it's a zipper. 2 and 1. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So a little rest period. I've got my toes out a little. It's a bit of a sumo. 2 and 1. So other leg. Step out and then zipper together. Step out, zipper together. So lower down, zipper it in. Lower down, zipper it up. It's okay if your squat is low or shallow. 2 and 1. Good. Take that dumbbell. Whatever hand has the dumbbell, the opposite leg is going to do the lift. Nice, good march with a curl right here. So lift and march. Lift and march. So we're bracing our core. This is core work. We do have side planks today, but all the rest of our core work is going to be a little more functional right here. Good. Rest. Switch it over to the other side. So plant that foot. Nice, good tripod. 2 and 1. Lift and down. Sorry, the cat is kind of doing her. Of course. Hi. So nice, good march. See, this is why we do core work. That's a little bit different because you always have the pets. 2 and 1 that kind of like to do their own thing and step where you don't want them to. All right, going back to our squats. Nice, good wide position. 2 and 1. So step it out and then again, zipper the legs in. Step out and zipper. I really want you to try to stand tall. Squeeze those inner thighs and calves together. And again, I notice I lean a little. This is another one we want to make sure that we're not leaning. Good. Rest. We're going to switch it over to the other side. 2 and 1. So we're going to step it out. We're going to squeeze it in. You know, you were doing so good just sleeping on my desk. What happened? Squat and lift. We're just going to have to get used to having extras in the workouts. 2 and 1. Good. Bring it back up. We're going to go for our single-sided bicep curl with our march. You know what? Good. Time's on. She's fine, I think. Lift and lower. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you lift and you tap. You don't actually touch that toe to the ground. or you barely tap and you come right back up again. 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch it over to the other side. So standing nice and tall. 3, 2, and 1. Good. So it's a nice good march. Tap it down. March and tap. What we want to try not to do is march and set the foot down and shift our weight fully. We want to try to hold as much of our balance on that standing leg as we possibly can. Here's 2 and 1. Good. Dumbbells down. Shake it out. Walk around. Grab a drink. Moving on. Circuit number 2. You are not doing this to me again. All right, we're going to do single leg kickstand deadlift with a squat. So kickstand position, you're going to hinge it forward, stand tall, squat down, and stand. Go as deep as you're comfortable with. You can also just take one foot out in front, do your deadlift here, and then do a supported tandem stance squat. Second exercise, 1 row, 1 rear fly. So go for the weight for the rear fly. But 20 seconds, we're going to do one side only. 1 deadlift, 1 squat in 3, 2, and 1. So nice and tall. We're just going to hinge forward. We're going to stand, squat, and lift. So like I said, we're getting a lot of unilateral single-sided work today. So hinge it forward, stand tall, squat down, and lift. That front leg, good. Rest is getting 90% of the work. Let's switch it over to the other side. We don't have to take that foot way back. Just bring it in a little bit. Here we go. So hinge, lift, squat, and stand. So a little hinge, a little lift, down and up. Front leg is doing 90% of the work. Kitty. Here's 2 and 1. Bring it up. 1 row, 1 rear fly. 1 row. Here's 2 and 1. So hinge forward. Row, and we're going to do both arms for this one and just do 2 rounds. If you want to do single-sided, you absolutely can. You can do 1 row and then 1 fly. Absolutely an option. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Little rest. We're going to repeat for a second round. Here's 2 and 1. So it's a hinge, 1 row, 1 rear fly. In this rear fly, I want you pinching your shoulder blades together. I want you to feel the difference between dumbbells close and dumbbells farther away. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going to go for our deadlift with our squat. I'm going to go ahead and keep 2 dumbbells. This is actually going to get me a little bit more weight. So we're going to hinge, we're going to stand, we're going to squat, and stand. It's okay if your squat is only to here. As long as you've got that front leg doing most of the work and the back leg is there for balance. Good. Rest. Switch it up to the other side. So plant that foot. I just have my foot maybe a couple of inches behind the heel on the other side right here. Hinge it, stand, squat, and down. Hinge, lift, down, and up. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Row and rear fly. Row, rear fly. 2 and 1. And again, if you want to, you can absolutely do round 1 right, round 2 left. We just don't want to rotate our body if we do that. So row and fly. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little rest. We're going to repeat it on the other side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So it's a good hinge. 1 row, 1 rear fly. We want to make sure that we're not rounding our upper back. We want to feel that pinch between our shoulder blades. So you're trying to squeeze a pencil right between your shoulder blades, right along your spine. Good. Rest. Bring it all the way up. Walk around. Grab a drink. We're going to move on. Circuit number 3. We have lunges with rotation. So option 1, lunge, rotate, stand tall, one side only. Option 2, you don't want to rotate, lunge, little press out, or just focus on your lunges. Don't stress about the rotate. Second exercise, 1 arm front raise, 1 arm side raise, and then we will switch and do the other side. So grab a dumbbell, lunge with rotation, one side only in 3, 2, and 1. So we just take it, we step it back, rotate, stand tall, or take it back, little press out, and stand. So if you don't want to rotate, but you still want to get a little extra core, you do a little press out. It does not have to go perfectly straight. The farther out you go, the harder it is. Good. Rest. Bring it in. A little shake out. So your press out can just be a little press out. The weight moving away from your body makes it a little harder. Good. So we're going to take it down. Rotate and lift. If you watch my knee, I'm not letting my knee go out. I'm not letting my knee wobble in when I rotate. I don't expect you to 90 degree. Kind of aim towards the corner. That's all you got to do. Good. Rest. Front raise, side raise. Front raise, side raise. 3, 2, 1. All on the same side. So 1 arm front raise, 1 arm side raise. Check your body. Make sure we're not turning our torso, and make sure we're not trying to do like one way to the front and one way to the back. Just one front, one side. If you do scapular plane, your front or your side is going to be a little more in. Good. Rest. So just keep that in mind. But we want to make sure that we're not turning and trying to open way back. Here we go. Switching sides. 1 front, 1 side. 1 front and 1 side. You can rotate your palms so you're bringing your thumbs up. It might feel better for your shoulders. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, lunge with rotation. Lunge with rotation, or lunge with a press out. 2, and 1. So your lunge can be small. So I can take it back here. It looks like I'm going really deep, and I'm really not. This is not a very deep lunge here. Front knee over the shoelaces. The deeper you go, the harder this is going to be. 2, and 1. Bring it in. We're going to switch it over to the other side. Same thing. 3, 2, and 1. So lunge, little rotate, stand tall. We stabilize the lower body, whether we're rotating or we press out. I tend to do reverse lunges out of habit. You can do forward. Here's 2 and 1, as long as your knees are good with it. So we're gonna go for 1 front raise, 1 side raise, right here. So you can absolutely rotate your palm. So you're gonna have 1 palm facing in, 1 palm facing forwards, and you're just gonna lift your thumbs up, okay? So there's no, you don't have to do rotations or anything like that. Here's 2 and 1. Little rest. Gonna do the same thing on the other side. So find your hand position that's gonna work better for you. 2 and 1. And what else are we working here? We're working our core because we're trying not to lean and we're trying not to round our spine to lift them up, especially when they start getting heavy. So tuck the tail, pull the ribs down a little, soft knees. 2 and 1. Good job. Bring it in. Little shake out. Walk around. Grab a drink. Gonna move on. Circuit number 4. And then last 2 circuits are gonna be down on the floor. So we're gonna do curtsy lunges. Curtsy right, 20 seconds, curtsy left. Then we're gonna do bicep curl, bicep curl. If you wanna add a balance challenge, I'll give you some options. We're just gonna start with curtsy lunges, 20 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So we're just gonna cross behind and then stand tall. Watching our position for this, I don't want you rotating and turning towards the corner. Hips, knees, and toes, stay pointing to the front. I think about setting my dumbbell down literally parallel with my foot. I keep it very close. Good, rest, bring it up. We're gonna switch it over to the other side. Where you have your dumbbell is up to you. I like it down in front. 2 and 1, good. So a little curtsy and a little lift. So again, we wanna try not to open the hip a lot. And we do wanna cross though, because if you find you're having a hard time with your balance, if you're coming right behind your other foot, you're standing on a balance beam. If you cross it over a little bit more, it just gives you that little bit, good, rest, little bit of a wider stance, just a little. All right, option 1 is you can just do a little regular stance. Let's start, so bicep curls. Option 2, semi-tandem. 1 foot, step forward, heel, and big toe are touching. Option 3, balance beam, 1 foot in front of the other. Option 4, single leg stand. Do not let your lifting leg touch your standing leg. Good, rest. Bring it in, switch it over to the other side. Same thing, standing nice and tall. You can just do a little step forward. Good, time's on. So nice, good curls. So semi-tandem, you can switch to tandem, or you can bring it up. And again, don't let your foot touch your other leg. This is how I don't want to say cheat, but this is how we make it easier. I want them to be separate. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. Back to our curtsy lunges. Good, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to curtsy and then lift. And we also want to make sure again that we're not leaning our body forward and we're not tilting like a windmill. We try to stay tall, let the legs do the work. Let the legs do the work. You're going to get a little bit of a reach. 2 and 1. But we want to make sure again that we're not doing a lot of leaning. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So the resisting the lean is making the legs work harder, but it's also making your core work because it's not allowing that rotation. We're staying nice and tall, shoulders over hips. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. We're going to do our single leg stand with our bicep curl. Good, 3, 2, 1. Pick your challenging option. Maybe your legs are really tired and maybe your balance is just really awful today. That's okay. Feet hip width apart or even just feet super close together. This narrow stance is going to make it harder. The narrower your base of support, the more challenging it's going to be. 2 and 1. Good, let's switch it over to the other side. So again, you can have your feet just touching, super close together. 3, 2, and 1. Good, so curl it up and then take it down. So it's a nice good lift, curl, and down. Pick the position, pick the challenge that's challenging for you. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna take it down to the floor. So we're gonna do marching bridges. Marching bridges, right, left, and then we're gonna do 1 chest press, 1 skull crusher. So you're gonna press it up, bend and straighten, and then switch sides. If you are standing for your marching bridge, you're gonna stand on one leg and you're just gonna do a little glute kickback, focusing on not arching the back and not doing a big lean. So you can have a bent knee, it's just a little kick, and in. So think donkey kicks, but you're standing. For the press in the Skullcrusher, I want you to do round 1 chest press right, chest press left, and then you'll do your triceps when we repeat. Because trying to do a chest press with if you're doing banded, trying to do a chest press with a Skullcrusher just doesn't work very well. So the first round, you'll do your chest presses, and then the second round, you'll do your kickback and your kickback. But we're going to start with a marching bridge. So let's take it all the way up if you're on the floor. So knees bent, feet flat. You're going to lift up into your bridge, and I want you to just march right side only, lift and lower in 2 and 1. So you're holding your bridge, and you're just going to march 1 foot, and you can tap it down, but I want you to try not to fully set it down. I want you to focus on lifting that opposite hip off the floor. Here's 2 and 1. Give yourself a little rest. Gonna set the hips on the floor. 4, 3, 2. Let's lift it up, and then we're gonna march the other foot. So it's just a lift and a lower. The whole goal here, if you need to, you can just do a single leg bridge without the march. I want you to focus on the hip that's holding your upper body or holding your body up. So holding your hips up. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. We're going to do 1 chest press, 1 Skullcrusher, neutral grip. So dumbbell is in hand, palm facing in. You're going to press it to the ceiling, lower to the floor, and lift and go down. And your time is on. So one side only. So it's a neutral press, lower, lift, neutral press, lower, and lift. 3, 2, and 1. Carefully switch the dumbbell to the other hand if you did 1 dumbbell. 3, 2, and 1. So you're going to press up, lower, lift, and down. Press up, lower, lift, and down. So remember, if you're standing and you're doing your banded chest press, you'll do right side, left side, and then next round, you're going to do your triceps. Good. Bring it in. So carefully set that dumbbell down. We're going to go back for our single leg marching bridges. 2 and 1. Tuck the ribs, lift it up right here. We're going to march and then tap it down. March and tap. Lift, lower. If you need to, just lift. Lift and hold. You're still getting that single leg work. It's just a little bit easier if you don't have the leg movement. Good. Rest. Bring it in. Hips down. Give yourself a little wiggle. Reset. Getting ready for the other side. 2 and 1. So let's lift it up. And again, we're just going to do a nice good march. Lift lower. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. All right, chest press with a Skullcrusher. If you're staying standing, hopefully you did your chest presses. Now you're going to do your kickbacks or your overhead extensions. So time is on. So just lower, lift, bend, straighten. So press it up, bend the elbow, and straighten the elbow. So it's just a nice good press. Good. Rest. Let's switch it over to the other side. So palms facing in. 3, 2, 1. So press up, bend your elbow, hands come to either side of your head, or hand comes to the side of your ear, lower and lift. So we're getting a little chest, but we're really getting kind of a double whammy on our triceps. So a neutral grip press gets the triceps a little more than chest. 2 and 1. Carefully bring it in. We are going to roll onto our side. We are going to do clamshells, reverse clamshells. You're thinking, what? This is the one where we do our clamshell, but instead of lifting our knees, we're going to rotate in, lifting the foot. Try to internally rotate your hip. Then we're going to lift up into a side plank. If you're staying standing, you can do the same thing. Standing, it's just a little goofy. You can put a ball or a yoga block between your knees, but you're just going to try to take that foot out like you think you got something on the bottom of your shoe, and you're going to bring it out and look at it. For the side plank, single side farmer carry. So one dumbbell, walk around. Let's take it all the way down. And you can be up on your elbow as long as your ribs are lifted, or all the way down on your side. Reverse clamshell in 3, 2, and 1. So we're just going to rotate in and then take it down. The trick is to not let the hips move forward. Your clam is opening on the other side. So rotate in, take it down, in and down. Good. 3, 2, and 1. You can just roll over if you would like to. I'm going to flip over, but you can just roll over to the other side. 2 and 1. So rotate in and down. If you put your hand kind of at the top of your hip, right, kind of by the crease, you'll feel the movement of the ball and socket kind of rotating in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, side plank or farmer's carry. Side plank or farmer's carry. I'm going to stay on this side. It'll work out slick. Good, time's on. So lift it up. You can be on your elbows, you can be on your hands. Completely up to you. Good, 10 seconds. So we're getting our outer thigh here on the lower leg. So that lower hip and outer thigh is what we're getting here along with core. Good, rest, switch it over to the other side. So we're getting a little mobility in the hip, and then we're getting some stability. Good, time is on. So we lift up, shoulders over the elbow or the hand. We're just lifting up, so we're using our core and we're lifting up on that hip. We're also squeezing the glutes to open up the front of the hip. Keep the chest open, nice straight position. 2 and 1, bring it down. We're going to repeat. We're going to start with our internal rotation. Again, you can go all the way down and rest on your side. 2 and 1. So you don't have to be on your elbow for this exercise. You can lie completely down on your side. For some people, that might just feel a lot better. So rotate and down, rotate and lower. And it's okay if your lift, good, rest, switching sides. It's okay if your lift is really tiny. I'd rather have it be tiny than have you just kicking. So rotate in, rotate down. So we're trying to lift our foot while our knees stay glued together. So we're trying to get that internal rotation. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now we're going to lift up into that plank. You can be on your knees, you can do toes, whatever feels good. Forearms or hand. 2. Good, time is on. So we're going to lift it up right here. So this is outer thigh and core. This is also shoulder stability. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carefully bring it down, switch it over to the other side. This is our last exercise for today. 3, 2, and 1. So shoulder down. Let's lift it up. Again, you can be on your knees, you can be on your toes. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring it in, set it down. Little shakeout, little walk around if you're standing. You can take a moment, put your equipment away or move it out of the way if you were down on the floor. Go ahead and bring it into the center. You can do these standing, seated, on the floor. We're just going to go 90 and then 90. So hopefully, with the last set of exercises we just did, this feels a little bit better, feels a little bit easier. If you're standing, you can just take your heel out and you can do windshield wipers. Just remember to switch sides and do both right and left sides. We want to work on movement of the hips. That's kind of what we're going for. Good, here's 2 and 1. We're going to bring it in, take the right leg out, left foot is in. So the bottom of your left foot is kind of touching your inner thigh above your knee. We're going to turn over the right leg and we're just going to walk it out. And then just a nice good reach. We want to keep our opposite hip down on the floor. Good, let's bring it up. We're going to switch sides. So left leg out, right foot is in, knees and toes pointing to the ceiling, turn, and then just walk yourself out. Four, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring it in. We're going to take both legs out in front. We're going to lift the right leg and we're just going to circle our ankles and change direction. So we want to try to sit tall. Good. Switch. Now lift the left leg. Just hover it over the ground just high enough to do your ankle circles and then change direction. Good. Set it down, flip it over, hands and knees. We have child's pose and we're going to thread the needle. So if you need to come to standing, you can find a countertop, find a chair. So we're going to sit back, child's pose. We're just going to reach it forwards and add a little side to side wiggle to start. Good. Now we're going to take the right arm. We're going to thread the needle, right arm underneath the left, palm facing up. And then we're going to switch. So we're going to do 4 total. So now left arm threads the needle under the right. Good. One more time, each side. So switch, thread the needle, and then switch and thread the needle. Good. Bring it back into the center. Now we're going to take the right arm a little bit over to the right. Left arm is going to go on top of the right arm, and we're going to sit our hips back towards our heels. We should feel a deeper stretch on the side of our body. Still holding that kind of child's pose position. Good. Bring it back into the center. Now the left hand is going to go out just a palm's width. Right hand goes on top of the left. Sit the hips back to the heels. Drop your armpits down towards the floor. Just feel a deeper stretch on the left side now, or the right side now. Good. Bring it into the center. We're going to come up, hands and knees. Walk your hands to your knees. We're going to take the knees a little bit wider, froggy position. I want you to try to keep your hips as close to your heels as you can. Left hand by the left knee, shoulder is pulled down and back, right hand lightly behind the ear. We're going to close our book. And then I really want you to open your book. So just very gently close the book. Now we're going to open that book a little bit farther. So we did the thread the needle. That helps us with our closing the book. So now I want you to open your book. Last time, we're going to open our book. Hold the book open. Keep it open. We can't quite read what's in the center, so we take a breath. We exhale and we open the book a little bit more. Good. Return to the center. Right hand is going to be by the right knee. We're going to take our left hand lightly behind the ear. We're going to close our book, and then we're going to open our book. Close your book, and then open your book. Close the book, open the book. One more time. You gently close the book, open your book. I want you to keep your book open. Can't quite read what's in the middle by the binding. Take a deep breath, exhale, open that book just a little bit more. Good, release, come into the center. Knees closer together. We're going to go into our half kneeling position. We're gonna tuck our tail, squeeze our glute, and today we're gonna push forwards, and then we're gonna push back. So this is a little bit more dynamic stretching. So instead of a stretch and hold, we're going to stretch, and then we're going to release. Good, bring it in. Let's switch it over to the other side. Same thing. Half kneeling position, tuck your tail, squeeze your glute, keep the tuck and the squeeze. Front knee pushes forward a little, and then it comes back a little. Push forward a little, come back a little. So it's not a lot, and that's okay. Good, just a couple more. So push forwards, come back, one more, push forwards, come back. Now we're going to take that front leg. We're going to pull it back a little bit, push through, stand nice and tall. Shoulders down, ribs tucked, palms forward, hands lightly behind the ears. Exhale, back of the hand to the small of the back. We're going to inhale, and we're going to exhale. And we want to try not to bring it in front and round our shoulders and our spine. So we're imagining we're drawing snow angels on the wall behind us. We try to keep our hands in contact with the wall the whole time. Last one here and here. Arms down, shoulders away from the ears, ear to shoulder, side to side. Bring the head up, tuck the chin slightly, look to the right, look to the left. 2, 1, bring it in the center, big breath in, spread the fingers, spread the toes. And exhale, one more time, big breath in and out, and you are all done.